Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Now we are all the people are talking about OpenAI, and OpenAI is becoming the most discussed company in the world right now, and they are trying to raise 100 billion at an 830 billion valuation. But the fact is, they projected to lose 14 billion this year. But here is another AI lab. They have the Nobel Prize winner. They own the best AI model in the world, and they can also use the best AI model to help them to decide the drugs for the human clinic trials. That's Google's DeepMind. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the Google's DeepMind. So we are in the AI era, and I think the AI for science will be next decade's thing. So who do you think will win in this race? Microsoft, Meta, Amazon? But my bet is Google. So let's talk about why. First, Microsoft is an enterprise software company, and right now we actually don't talk about what Microsoft do in the AI era. We just know that okay, Microsoft invests in the OpenAI, but actually OpenAI is not the winner right now, right? So I don't think they have the DNA for the science or for the AI. And secondly, we are going to talk about the Meta. So the main focus for Meta is the social apps. I think is that they are the social apps company. Yeah, they actually open source the LLM model, but I think they lose right now. We don't hear about anything about their advanced AI model, and then that's Amazon. Amazon, I think, is more like an infrastructure company, right? Yeah, actually, their AWS is pretty great, but I still think Google can win for the AIs for science because of the DNA in the company, because of their founder, Mr. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, and they are the PhD in Stanford. And in the beginning stage of Google, they have understood that they have to use scientific method to solve the problem. They read a lot of scientific paper, and they figure out the most scientific method to build up the Google search. That's the beginning story of the empire of Google. And after that, they acquired the DeepMind in 2014 for $500 million because of this guy, Demis Hassambis. He is a neuroscience PhD. And from the day one of DeepMind, their mission or Hassambis' mission is to solve intelligence. He think they have to use this intelligence, and they can use the intelligence to solve everything else. And because of it, because of the DNA, the culture in the Google, and we can see the AlphaGo, and we can see the first time that the AlphaGo, the AI can beat the best Go player in the world. And after that, we even see the Google's DeepMind solve the protein folding problem. That's the reason why I think they can win the AI for science race in the next decade. And I think Google's scientific DNA make them a very special organization and make them to keep becoming the winner. And I didn't see any other big tech company can tolerate long time for the zero revenue research. But Google's like the DeepMind, this AI labs to spend much time do some research, and even they do not produce any revenue. And then let's talk about the AlphaFold. In 2024, in October 2024, Zombies and Jumper, these two guys, they won the Nobel Prize for what? They are not just build like the chatbot. They are not just build some like other stuff. They just build that they solve a 15 years problem. They solve the 15-year protein folding problem. They try to understand how the protein become like the 3D structure. And after that, after they won the Nobel Prize, they uh, open source their model. No revenue, right? They open source to the global scientific community. That's a great thing for the whole society. And after that, Hassanvis, he founded the isomorphic labs led by himself. And this lab is that's the AlphaFold. And they have signed 3 billion deals with Eli Lilly and Novartis. And in the 2025, they have raised around $600 million. And just a couple of days ago, their latest research is that they can predict the drug. They can predict much better to know how the drugs bind to the protein, and the accuracy is 2 times of the AlphaFold 3. That's amazing. So what? So my point here is like, in a traditional way, maybe for designing a drugs, you have to spend like 10 to 15 years, and you have to like to spend 2.6 billion just per drugs. But with isomorphic, they can reduce 80% in the early stage timelines. And right now with AI, with Google's DeepMind's powerful AI model, and the success rate is about 100%. And Hassanbis said that in the end of 2026, they can finish their first human clinic trials based on the AlphaFold. That's amazing. And then we have to shift to another great thing from the DeepMind. That's Gemini 3. Everybody knows that. That Gemini 3 is the best AI model right now, and they beat other models in a lot of matrix, and also they bring out the respect video model, the VO3, and they also bring out the best AI image model, the Nano Banana. But the most powerful thing is they deploy the Gemini 3 across all the Google's model, including the Google Search, Google Cloud, the Android, YouTube's, and Maps. Let's say that how can you find an AI startup can match at the distribution, right? This you do if you do have a great model, you have to deploy in some apps, right? To let the user use it. I think no AI startup or no other company can do that. And right now they can also use the users' feedback, users' data to improve their AI model. That's the best part for the DeepMind. And that's also shown the great thing in their earning call. And their annual revenues is this over 400 billions for the first time. And also they also break the record of the operation cash flow. It means that AI actually to push their revenue to make more money. So here's another thing I think is the biggest difference between the Google DeepMind and other AI companies such as Google, such as OpenAI and Anthropic. Regarding to the OpenAI and Anthropic, they are still use tests to train their model, right? But regarding for the DeepMind, their mission is to understand the universe. They think they have to understand the physics. If they do understand the universe, they can solve the intelligence problem. And that's why they release a word model that's called Genius 3. It's a word model to mimic the physics environment. And also they train the Genius 3 word model, and then they generate like the infinite edge case simulation, and they use it in the Waymo. And after the training for the Waymo, um, it can have a better autonomous driving, right? That's why you see a lot of autonomous taxis in the San Francisco. And then they can collect more real world data to make the Genius 3 a better world model. So we can say that for the isomorphic labs, like they are doing something related to the atomic. And for the human part, they use the Genius 3 and the Waymo. They understand the traffic, they understand the physics, and also they have another platform. It's called Planetary, and it's for the weather. So we can say that Hasanbis or DeepMind is building a digital twin of the physical world. So that's the reason why I say that I don't think OpenAI can beat Google this time because the power of the power of the Google is that they are self-funded and they have cash flow, they have money to support DeepMind's research. But OpenAI is more like a Soviet Union mode, right? Right. They are the first one to publish the LM model, but they will collapse because they don't have much money to help them to sustain in the leading position. But we do have some risk for the DeepMind. The first one is the Hasanbis. Will he live? But I think in right now situation, I don't think he will live. More and more people will think the capes of the Googles, but I think it's like a I don't think it's a pain for them. They can solve this problem if they can prove that the AI can help them to make money, to help their more and more enterprise, to help more people in work or other part. So, uh, the summary is here. The Google DeepMind, they are building more and more new product, and they deploy their product across Google's all the servers like Google Cloud, like Waymo and stuff like that. And after they after they make the money, they use the funds to do more AI research, and it's like a flywheel for them. And each loop will spin faster than the last one. So they are not just an ad company right now, and because of the Google stigma, it's like a brain in the company of Google. That's the most valuable hidden assets, right? They and Google right now is a self-sustained company, and they have the best researcher. They have the recursive flywheel spinning. So my point is, I don't want to be the person who look back and say, okay, I saw it, but I didn't add. Right now, we saw how great DeepMind is, so we should not miss this opportunity. That's it. That's today's video. If you liked my video, please subscribe and like. Thank you. See you in next video. Bye.